So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my formal review of the MOC I made depicting the opening scene of The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 1. So, as many of you can probably tell, the scene I chose to depict is the one where the Mandalorian, um, is after this little blue dude, I don't remember his name, frankly. And, well, in the midst of that, he comes in contact with two thugs, which I have represented by the first guy he took out, kind of down on the ground over here, and the man being pinched in half by the door. Kind of an iconic scene from this. So this MOC, it took me a couple days in total to build. Had a lot of fun, and the most challenging part, but I think the part that came out probably the best, was this rounded door. Well, it's not like perfect by any means, and I'm sure some people probably could do better, but with the time I gave myself, the pieces I had, I think it came out really, really good. Um, but yeah, overall, had a lot of fun building this MOC. It was kind of nice building with a reference image, so I could get like the similar shapes, like these lights that are in the scene, the white cups. This little bar was a real fun challenge. Small challenge, but fun. Had some fun building techniques, building that thing. And then all the figures are kind of jumbled together to somewhat represent what was in the scene with the figures I had. The Mandalorian, I used the one from the ATST Raider Attack set. And that one, of course, came with the wrong colored helmet because Lego, I guess, made a poor decision at first in that regard and quickly fixed it. And then I replaced the wrong colored helmet with the newer silver one, with the printing from some of the newer sets, like the uh, N1 Microfighter. But yeah, I guess let's get into some more detail. Alright, so I took us in for a closer shot, and so some of the fun details I put in is this snot floor work. Took me a minute to build because I mismeasured and was making it one stud longer than it needed to be. And while it's not accurate to the scene, from what I can tell, the ground is just plain gray. At least in the walkway, that's really the only ground you see in the whole scene. But I decided to take some creative liberty and etch in these little squares. I think that adds a lot to the scene and helps you kind of, um, I guess, just add detail where detail was lacking and get rid of the distraction of the bare ground. Um, and to make things lively, I added some Rhodian over there, a hooded man over there. He's one of the grunts or whatever from the uh, ATST Raider. And then this dude, I don't know his name. Probably could look that up, but you can tell me down below in the comments if you want. I made him. I found these blue heads on Pick-a-Brick, which unfortunately there's no like scared head, and they're all double-sided, which is super rough. But I'm not gonna show you that side in the MOC. And um, these pants I got from just a regular figure with this color pants. This one I think I actually got from a Mandalorian from the Mandalorian Battle Pack that came out with this season. And then this shirt is Pelimoto's shirt, which I use her hair again over there. But I think he came out pretty well. Kind of gives him that thick coat vibe that he had in the show. But yeah, really, really happy with that. And the other figures didn't come out quite as well, mostly because of parts I had available. This is the head of Gar Saxon. He's the cool Mandalorian from Clone Wars Season um, 7, with the horns. And then this is Obi-Wan's robes, because this dude kind of had a a robed look. Not like robed, more like a coat, but this is the best I had for the pieces I had available. And then this little thug, he's the bald one. The head I did, it's all right. It's Temin Wexley, from a Resistance A-Wing set, the green one, and then he's got uh Cad Bane shirt, the old Clone Wars Cad Bane, and then the armor is pants, and a fur piece from the new Dwarf CMF, um, Dungeons and Dragon theme, I guess. And this lady in the back, she's hard to grab and set up, so I'll just point. She's got Pelimoto's hair, an old lady face from Pick-a-Brick, and Anakin Skywalker's shirt from an older rendition of him in his Starfighter, and then the pants is from the Mustafar duel set Anakin. And the guy in the door, I don't have quite the right alien head, so I kind of cheated, grabbed Anakin's pants from that Starfighter earlier, and then kind of threw on this Mon Calamari dude. So if anyone knows the Clone Wars, they know that those two species, the Corrin and the Calamari, are uh, kind of not on good terms. They're kind of enemies. But I threw him on there solely to hold the pants in, because that's really all you needed to see. You know, his legs getting kicked out and squished. But some fun details I added in. Other than the figures, you got the little drinks and stuff on the side of the bar. Got the bar, of course, some tables. These are like the tusk things that were poking out in the show. And then I couldn't quite, if you look at closer, you know, it's not 100% accurate, the coloring and how things look, but it gets the scene, really the main aspects of the scene, right? You know, the table's scattered, the bar, the tender, and then there's door and those tusks. And I really like this dark tan color I used for the walls. Originally I had light gray, if you might notice that in the time lapse, but then I pulled it out and redid it because it just looked too gray. And this is like, yes, it's a Star Wars MOC and gray is inevitable, but this place seemed like it had a little more color and liveliness to it. And I was gonna do the roof originally, but that ended up being too difficult for what I wanted to get across, and not conducive to my parts collection. So I just dialed it off, and I think that looks really nice. This little part was kind of fun to tile off. You know, it's not perfect. You know, there's gaps, but I think it gets the point across really well, and had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, I think that's about my tour. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but had a lot of fun building this MOC, and now I'll just let y'all enjoy the little slideshow of some fun action shots and scenes I depicted with this for fun. But yeah, have a good rest of your day, and until next time, see you later.